Hi, in this lesson we will learn how to create the material using BAPI underscore material underscore save data. If you are working in any implementation project or even in the support project, sometimes we have the requirement to create the material in bulk instead of single through MM01. So in that case, we can make use of this BAPI underscore material underscore save data to create the material. Along with this, sometime like the company has a requirement, they have different systems and they want to create the article material from other systems. So in that case, if you are creating any OData service or REST API, so in that also we can make use of this BAPI to create the materials. So for this project, the steps are: first we'll learn how the material is created through MM01. And once we know all the details which we need to enter on the screen to create the material, then in the SC37 transaction code, we can test this BAPI to create the material. And once this is working fine, then we'll create a program to upload a text file and create the material in bulk. So first we will start with creation of material with the MM01 transaction code, and we'll note down all the mandatory fields for the material creation. So here on SAP screen, enter T code MM01. On this screen, first we have to select industry and then material type. Based on the setting, the material number can be internal or external. If it is external number range, then on this screen we have to enter the material number as well. In case of internal number range, system will by default assign a unique number for this material. So on this screen, I am going to select only industry and the material type. Press enter. And here different views are there. So based on our requirement, we have to select the required views like basic data, sales data, classification, purchasing, etc. So here I am creating the raw material. So for this I don't require the sales view. So what I will do, I will select the basic data 1, 2, purchasing data. Then I want storage location data and also the accounting view. So based on your requirement, you have to select the required views and then click on org level. So here I am going to create this material for the plant 0002. For other plant, we have to click on F4 and we have to select the required plant from here. So my plant will be 0002 and storage location 0001, that is RM. Press enter. So here we can see a 51 number is default assigned by the system. Enter description. Let's say register. Okay, or let's say IC 555. Okay, this is just one raw material. And here I want to enter base unit of measure as EA. Material group, either we can select from the drop down list. Okay, if you know, directly type. So I am selecting here 01. This is my material group. If I press enter, automatically we will go to next screen, basic data 2. I don't want to enter any data over here. In the purchasing data, we can either have a separate order of unit. If it is same, then no need to enter. We can also enter other details here, but I don't want any of the other details. I just want to extend this purchasing view. In the plant data storage 1, we can see the location is getting extended to this article. And in the accounting view, here the important is valuation class, price control, whether it is standard price or moving average price. So for raw material, I am selecting moving average price, and the price I am going to enter here, let's say 25 rupees. and price unit is 1. Do you want to save? Yes. So here we can see the material 51 is created. Okay, we can go to display mode MM03 and again we can display the same material. Fine. We can also check the table level data in the MARA table, MARC, etc. So now we have created the material with MM01. So let's try to create the same with the BAPI in SE37. Okay, for any material, if you want to know the industry sector and the material type, just click on this information of material. So here we can see all the details: industry sector, raw material, created by and created on, etc. And also we can see the details. Okay, so now let's go to SE37, and this is the BAPI underscore material save data which we are going to use. So if you're working for the first time, always read the function model documentation. This will give some detailed idea about how that function model that BAPI is work. Okay, here you can see short text: create and change the material master data. Means same BAPI we can use either to create or change the existing material. And you can see here all the parameter details. Okay, click on this header data. And here the important message. See, for the material, the only external number assignment is supported. This means that whenever you are using this BAPI, the material ID we have to pass external. But as I explained, my material type was ROH, that is raw material, and the material number was internal. So in that case, before calling this BAPI, first we have to call BAPI underscore material get int number. So this will give us the next available number, and that we can pass to this material structure, material field. And based on our requirement, which view we want to select, we have to mark that as X, like basic data view, sales view, purchasing view, MRP view, etc. So it is good to read the documentation. So we will come to know what all the details are important. Fine. So let's close this. And here we can see the structure of each parameter by double clicking on the associate type, and we can check all the details. So here I want to pass the header data, client data, then plant specific data, storage location, and valuation area. Okay, purchasing details will come adding onto the plant data only. So based on our requirement, we have to enter all the details. Okay, so I will execute this, and in the new section, what I will do, as for documentation, I will run this function module to get the next available number. So my material type is ROH, industry sector A, this is optional, and the required number 1. So here if I click, see the next number is 53, available number is 53. This comes based on the buffering and all. Okay, so no need to worry, just pass as it is the next number which you are getting from here. Now here what I will do, I will enter my material here as 53, industry sector A, material type ROH, and the view which you want to create. So basic data, sales I don't want because this is raw material, purchasing, and okay, storage view, accounting view. Okay, 4 view I want to create: basic data view, purchasing view, storage view, and the accounting view. Press enter. Select this insert data. The next is the client data. Click on single entry. My material group is 01. Base unit of measure EA. Other all are optional. In your system, if it is mandatory, enter all the required data. Here I enter only 2 fields: material group and base unit of measure. Similarly, in this client data X, you have to mark that as X, the fields which you are passing to the structure. So here we are passing material group, so I will mark here as X, Also base unit of measure. Again select insert data. The next is the plant data. So here I will enter plan 0002 which I want to create. Remaining all are optional, so I am not passing. In case if it is mandatory like purchasing group and all, that you can pass here. So as of now I am passing only plant data 0002. Similarly for the plant data X, pass here the plant, and other fields if you are passing, mark that as X. Okay. The next I want to pass the storage location data. Which storage location we want to extend. So 0002 and my location was 0001. Okay, same location I am going to use. Similarly, the storage location data X 0002 0001. Other I am not passing, so keeping this as blank. After this, the next last one is the valuation data. The accounting view data we have to enter in this valuation data. Valuation type in this system, the valuation is the plant level, so I will enter the plant here 0002. Price control, as I explained, we have two price, is standard and the moving average price. So I am creating the moving average price, and price I want to set here, let's say as 22. Price unit is 1. Okay, and the valuation class I am entering here 3000. So this is from the accounting view. Here if you go to accounting view, we enter valuation class, price control, moving price and the price unit. So all those detail I am passing here in the valuation data. Valuation area, plant, price control, moving average price and the price unit, valuation class. Similarly, pass the valuation data X, valuation area 0002, I am passing price control X, moving price, price unit and valuation class. Okay, now all those are parameters. So description here we have in the form of table. In case if you want to maintain description in different language, we can maintain in different language. That's why it is given in the table format. Similarly, if you want to maintain different unit of measure, then you can use this. Similarly for task classification, material long text, etc. So here I am going to pass description, language E, material description, like this time IC 555, let's say V1. Okay, you can give any description here and insert data. Save this as a variant. Okay, 53 Matnar. Now if I execute this, see, material 53 has been created or extended. Here you can see the message success. The ID is MM and the number is 356. In case of error, we can get the details in the return messages. Now if I check this return message table, so all are success. So if you want to confirm whether the material is success or any error, read this table with the type as E. If E is there, this means that there is an error. Okay. Now in real time, after the BAPI, if you check this material is created, because for material save data, we don't require BAPI transaction commit, but in real time, use that BAPI transaction commit. Now you have created 53, right? See, I see 555 BAPI. We can see all the details we passed through the BAPI. Okay, purchasing view, plant data, valuation class, etc. So in real time, try to use BAPI transaction commit. In case of it is fail, use the BAPI rollback. Okay, so how to use that? See, now I have saved this as a variant. So what we have to do, go back to initial screen. Here function module, execute, test sequence. So first this BAPI will get call, and after that BAPI underscore transaction underscore commit. Okay, now what I will do, I will select my variant and I will change the number to 54. For 53 we have already created. Okay, and also I will change the description here. Instead of 555, I will write 585, and I will execute this. See, the output material 54 has been created, and after that we have to call this BAPI. Okay, check the material MM03 54. See here, the 54 is created. Okay, so like this, till now what we have learned, we have learned how to create the material with the MM01 transaction code, and we have also learned how to create the material using BAPI, that is BAPI underscore material underscore save data. So now we know what all the parameters are mandatory which we have to pass through program. So next point after this, note down all the fields because we have to create an internal table in our program. So based on the details which are passing on this screen, make a structure of all the fields which we want to pass. Okay, like material, material group, material type, etc. Keep all the fields ready so that while creating the program, we have all the fields with data element ready to create the internal table. So now after this, next we'll go to SE38 and we'll create a program, and in that program we'll upload a text file with all this data and we'll call this BAPI to create the materials. Now as our function model BAPI is working fine, okay, and we are able to create the material using this BAPI underscore material save data. Next we'll create a program to upload the bulk data. Okay, so for that first we have to declare an internal table with all the fields which we want to pass. For example, in this header data we want to pass material ID, industry sector, material group, etc. Okay, so using all this field and the client data, like here passing material group, base unit of measure. Similarly, all the views which we are using and all the fields of that particular view, we have to create an internal table. Okay, the field reference we can take from here. Example, in header data, we are passing material ID. Take the same field, domain data element, okay, as a reference type for industry sector, material type, etc. Fine. So what I will do here, go to SE38, Z create underscore materials. Okay, we can give any name. Create material using BAPI. Okay, here I am selecting executable program, save. Okay, so as I explained, first based on all the field details which you want to pass to this BAPI, create an internal table and also do a data declaration for all these fields like header data, client data X with the same reference. Okay, to save the time based on my requirement, the field which I want to pass, I created one type structure, an internal table, and here I have done data declaration for all the structure which I want to pass to the BAPI. Here first I selected industry sector, material type, and then material. Also the description I have added after material. Here description we have to pass in the table. Okay, but my description is only single field. So I will select from the structure, I will select from the internal table a single field, then I will append to this table. Okay, so for that here if you see from the each respective structure, I have selected the field sequence here little different, material I have added here, material description, remaining all field you can see which I am passing to the BAPI. And additional two fields I have declared here. One is message type, that is success, error, warning, and last is message. For each BAPI run, the response I will pass back in those two fields. Okay, and based on this type structure, here I will define the work area and the internal table. And for the BAPI structures, here is the data declaration. Okay, so I will select all this and I will add in my program. Okay, so data declaration part is done. Type declaration, internal table, and other details for the BAPI structure internal table. Now create a selection screen. Selection screen begin of block B1 with frame title text with frame title text 001. Then selection screen end of block B1. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to upload a file. Always prefer a text file. Okay, so based on this structure with the same column, same number of column, we will create a data in the Excel file. Here if you see column name, it is matching the sequence as per my internal table. Okay, keep our data ready which we want to upload. But before uploading, it is better to use a text file. Okay, it is easy for formatting and all. Okay, so this I will explain later how I created this file. So we have to upload a text file. So for that, what we will do, on the selection screen, we want the provision to upload the file. So take example like take parameters p underscore file of type. There is one type of local file. We can use that. Okay, and it is obligatory. It is a mandatory field. Activate the program. Go to text element. Okay, file name. So here you can see file name. Now here we want F4 option. Okay, to select the file. So what we can do for that is start of selection, end of selection, and here at selection screen on value request for p underscore file. Okay, here we will use one function module, that is F4 underscore file name, and open this importing structure and pass the variable name of parameter. Fine. 7 activate again. Now if you see here, we got the option to select the file. Okay, now till now what we have done, we have declared the data for internal table and structures. We created selection screen with file name. Okay, and search option I have given for the file name. Now here we have to upload the file, like perform upload file to iTab. Okay, upload file to iTab. Double click here. Yes, I am creating in the same program. Here what we will do, we will upload the file into internal table using GUI underscore upload function module. And for that, first we have to declare one more variable as gv underscore file of type string. Because for the GUI underscore upload, the file type is string. So we cannot use local type. Fine. So what we will do here, gv underscore file equal to p underscore file. Now call the function module GUI underscore upload. Okay, always first open all the exceptions to avoid any error and then come from the top. My file name is GUI underscore file. File type is ASCII. Header separator I just pass as X, and internal table name is GT underscore iTab. Save, check, and activate. Okay, till now no error. So let me explain the steps again. What we have done: type declaration, structure, internal table, and data declaration as per the BAPI structure and table. And after that, from the selection screen, we will upload the file. For that, here I given F4 search help to select the file, and then the first perform routine we have written so that we can get the data from file into internal table. Okay. Now next step. See, based on this structure, create the data load file. You might have different material type, different industry sector. Okay. The view I'm going to hardcode as a fixed view. Here my views are fixed. Okay. So industry sector, material type, keep the internal material ID as blank because we are using the internal number range for this ROH type. So based on that function model which we have used, I will select the material ID here. Material description, material group, base unit of measure, plant. Okay, like this, create your file with all the details which we are passing to BAPI. Last two columns I am keeping as blank. Now let me add first 3 record in a text file. Okay, this is my text file. Okay. Now what we'll do, we'll just upload the file and we'll see the record in the internal table. So let me set a breakpoint here. Here I am selecting the file, text file which I have created. Okay, with 3 records, and execute. See the file name which I have uploaded. Okay, and then GUI underscore file. And why we are using this function model GUI upload? To select the file data into internal table. Okay, see the structure of internal table, industry sector, material type, all the columns. Okay, currently 0 records are there. And now once I press F6, we'll get the record in internal table. See here, we got the 3 records. Industry sector, material type, material ID is blank. Okay, all the details. Click on display LV. See all the details we can see here. Okay. So now, till now we are able to see the data in the internal table. So now the next first important task is, if you remember, before using this function model, that is BAPI underscore material save data, first we have selected the internal number range using this function model BAPI underscore material get number, get INT number. Okay, and in the output here we will get the record in this table. So what I will do, I will copy this and I will go to our program zcreate underscore materials and add in the data declaration part GT underscore material underscore number like the standard table of BAPI underscore matnar with header line. Save, check, and activate. Okay, now see here we are getting the record in GT underscore iTab. Okay, so if GT underscore iTab body is not initial, else, and if message no record in the file. Message type as I and leave program. Okay, in case the internal table is blank, means there is no data in the file, this will give the system will give the message no record in the file, and the program will be over. Program will get terminated. And now if the records are found, so what we'll do, loop add gt underscore itab into gs underscore itab end loop. Okay, let's do one thing. So we'll not pass the internal, will not get an internal material number here. Okay, we'll not get an internal material number here. What we'll do, so here if the table is initial, this will give the error. Okay, and the program will get over. Now if the records are there, then perform create underscore material. Okay, create again one more perform routine. Go inside this. Now loop add gt underscore itab into gs underscore itab. Okay, and before calling the BAPI material save data, first we have to get the internal number. Okay, first we have to get the internal number. So for that, what we will do here, this function module we have to call there. Okay, here what I will do, first always clear that gt underscore material number body, because this is a table. What we are doing, the first step inside the loop, we are getting the next available number. Okay, go to pattern. What is the material type? In the gs underscore itab, the material type we are passing here. Material description, here is the material type. Okay, industry sector is optional, no need to pass. And here we will get the material. Okay, if you want to do the complete error handling, also use this return table. Now, if gt underscore material number body is not initial, this means that we got one number. Else, let's say, okay. Now, if the material number, if we got internal number here, what we have to do? See, read table gt underscore material number index 1. Here I am not using any local work area because this I have declared with header line. Okay, so by default we will get the material number in this, in the first record. Okay, in the field material. So what I am doing here, from this BAPI I am getting the next available internal number. Now gs underscore itab material id equal to gt underscore material number hyphen material. So we are assigning the next number here, and in case if there is error, so what we'll do, in the gs underscore itab we have message type, right? In this message type I am passing as e, and gs underscore itab, in that message I will write here error while generating internal number. Generating or getting, we can write anything. Okay, if not, we'll assign the material number here. Okay, and let me here modify modify GT underscore I tab from GS underscore I tab, transporting material, message type and message. See, because this material is not available initially, so for that reason I'm transferring that material number also to the internal table, okay, along with the messages. So currently what we are doing, we're only assigning the internal number, and in case of error this will get assigned, okay, and display the data. CL underscore demo underscore output display GT underscore I tab. Okay, so what we have done, after uploading the file, we make a loop at the internal table, and first we are getting the internal number, and if it is found successfully properly, we are passing that here. Okay, in case of error, this will be error. We are modifying the internal table and displaying the data. Till now we have done all this activity. Okay, so let's debug again and see how it is working. Source file, execute. See, here we have 3 records, GT underscore I tab, okay, and material is blank. Now F6, see the material type is ROH, F6, okay, data found. See the material is blank currently. See the next number 58. Okay. See the next number, now 59. Now let me try to generate some error. Instead of this, here I am passing any wrong number I am passing. Okay, any wrong number I am giving there. See, this time this table is blank. Okay, that's why here system is assigning the error message. Okay, after this I will add continue, so that system will go to the next record. Now if I execute, see the output. Okay, initially when you upload the file, the material ID was blank. Now we can see the internal number, this is getting assigned. For the last one, because of runtime, I generated error by changing this value, so we got the error message. Okay, so till now we have done selection screen, uploading the file to the internal table, assigning the next available internal number. Okay, let me add here continue. So what continue will do, in case of error, this will append the error message in internal table and go for the next record. Okay, so till now we have done. So next what we have to do here, after this, we'll call that BAPI underscore material underscore save data, first by passing all the required data to the respective structure, that is header data, plant data, etc. Fine. So next we have to call that BAPI. Now we will do the remaining part, that is passing data to the BAPI structures like GS underscore head, client data, etc. So one by one we'll pass all the data here. Okay, so in a new session I have this header data. So here in the header data we are passing material number, industry sector, material type, and those view basic data, purchasing, storage, and account view I will hard code. Okay, so what we can do, if it is all in a proper sequence, so I can use the same, and remaining I will type. Okay, so always first clear all the structure, because this is going to run in the loop. Okay, so every time first we have to clear this data. And now GS underscore head data, material, we have material ID in GS underscore I tab material. Okay, this is the first. And second is GS underscore industry sector. Okay, industry sector also we are passing from the GS underscore I tab industry sector. Then material type, we can also use the move corresponding, but sometimes it may not work if we have different field name. Okay, so here it is material type. Okay, so those three fields we have passed, and remaining the basic data in all we have to mark as X because we want to create basic data view. The views I'm not selecting from the table. I'm not selecting from the internal table. Okay, so we can pass here ABAP true. The system will mark this basic data view as X. Okay, after basic data, we have purchasing view, storage view, and account view. Okay, so now second field is purchasing view. Next is storage and accounting. Okay, so all those data, all those structure we have to fill one by one. Accounting view, save, check, okay. Okay, after this we have client data. So again we'll first clear the data. See client data, also GS underscore client data X. Okay, now we'll pass again the details. So in the client data, I think in our scenario I am passing only plant. We'll cross check and we'll pass the same. So this is done. Next is my client data. Okay, so here in the client data I am passing material group and the base unit of measure. Two field I have to pass, material group and base unit of measure. Okay, so first field is material group, GS underscore I tab material group and base unit of measure. Okay, so those two fields we are passing here, material group and base unit of measure, and the same field in the second structure we have to mark as X. Here we can see we have to mark as X. Okay, so we'll go here and what we'll do, add two more field. This is X. Okay, and here ABAP equal to true. Fine. Similarly for the base unit of measure, second field. So for every field, one is the data and second is as X whenever we are passing that field. Okay, so our second structure is also done. The next is plant. In the plant data we are passing only one field, that is plant, that is 0002. Similar here also, like clear GS underscore plant data and GS underscore plant data X. Okay, and then GS underscore plant data plant equal to GS underscore I tab plant, and same field we have to mark as X. ABAP true. Plant data is also done. In real time, try to add more comments here. Now after the plant data, The next, after the plant data, next I have the storage location data, and here I have to pass plant and storage location. Clear gs underscore storage location data and gs underscore storage location data x. Sometimes based on conditions also we can add this. Suppose if this field is not initial, okay, if this field is not initial, then only it is ABAP true. If this field is initial, no need to mark here as x. So you have to mark that as x only if you are passing the value, otherwise not required. So storage location data hyphen plant equals to gs underscore itab plant, same mark as x, back true. Okay, both will copy, and second field is our storage location. I type underscore see storage location. Okay, so here also same field, storage location. Okay, this also I need to change, storage location. Save, check. So plant also done. So what is the next value remaining here after the plant? Sorry, storage location is also done. Now we have the valuation data. Okay, this is the last as per this demo I'm passing. So here I have to pass valuation area, price control, moving price, price unit, and valuation class. Okay, and before that, here if you observe, only for that amount I select character instead of reference data element. Okay, for amount always take character field, and before passing to the structure condense this value. Okay, always condense this value. Valuation area, price control, moving price. Let's go back to structure, and here clear gs underscore valuation data and gs underscore valuation data x. Okay, now gs underscore valuation data, first is the valuation area. Okay, let me cross check that whether it is valuation area or valuation type. It is valuation area. Okay, so the valuation area equals to gs underscore itab valuation area, same field passed as above true. Okay, first is data and second is data x. Now I will copy this and remaining value we have to pass. So second is price control. Okay, and for price control also it is price control and the same field as above equal to true. As I mentioned, I am not adding any validation here as of now. Okay, in real time add the validation. If the field is not initial, then only pass x. After that, the next is moving average price. Okay, moving price, let me exactly cross check the field name, moving underscore PR. Okay, moving underscore PR. Yeah, same field, and here we have to pass moving underscore PR. As I mentioned, this I have taken as a character field, so we have to condense the value. Otherwise, it will pass with a blank space. Okay. Moving price equals to true. No error as of now. And the fourth field here, now two fields are remaining. Price unit and valuation class. Okay. So two fields are remaining. Price unit That is by default 1, but I am passing through iTab. Price underscore unit. Same field here. Price underscore unit ABAP true. Okay. And the last field is valuation class. Here is the valuation area. We have to pass valuation class. Same for the iTab. Okay. Save, check, and activate. So in this way, what I have done, currently I have filled all the structure which we have to pass. Now next we'll call this BAPI. Okay, and in return we'll check that our return structure. This one we have to read. This return we have to read if this is as success. Okay, and this message we can display. In case this will contain only single message. In case of error, we can get multiple messages in this block, return messages. Okay, so if you want to read multiple error messages, make a loop at this internal table, return messages. For single, just to check whether it is success or error, we can use this exporting parameter return. This will give single value, message type and the message. Okay, so what I will do, I will select one exporting parameter of this type. This I have not declared there. I will declare this also. BAPI underscore material save data. So let me go back to data declaration here. And here I want to declare one type. Okay, this material description also I have to pass. I forget that. Now GS underscore return. Okay, like this. Click on pretty printer. This will assign. Okay, material description I have to pass. With header line. Important part I forget. Material description I have to pass here. Okay, now here first clear GT underscore material description, and now here what you can do, like GT underscore material description hyphen 4 field we have language ISO, deletion flag, material description. So 3 I will pass as, let's say, SAI language. Okay, SAI language. Second also, that is ISO field, you can pass the same, or you can mark as E hard coded. Okay, and the last field here I am going to pass as description material description. Okay, and material description will pass from our GS underscore iTab material description here we have, and then here we have to append, here we need to append GT underscore material description. Okay, and here clear the body. Instead of work, it clear the body. So now we have all the data in our structure. So let's call our BAPI. Here we'll call our BAPI. Call BAPI underscore material underscore save data. Click on pattern BAPI underscore material underscore save data. Yes. Okay. Any exceptions? First open that. No exceptions. So now come one by one. So header data is we're passing as GS underscore header data. Then we have central data, GS underscore client data, and GS underscore client data X. Then we have plant data, GS underscore plant data, and GS underscore plant data X. Okay, then we have storage location data, GS underscore storage location data, and GS underscore storage location data X. Then we have valuation data, that is GS underscore valuation data and GS underscore valuation data X. Okay, so first header, client X, plant X, storage X. Okay, all data we have passed here. Fine. Save, check, no error till now. Now what we'll do, now this is the returning parameter. Now in the table material description I have to pass, that is GT underscore material description, and in return we'll get GS underscore return. Okay, so before every call we'll clear this GS underscore return. We'll clear this GS underscore return. Fine, save, check and activate. No error till now. And here what we can do, in GS underscore I tab, message type equal to GS underscore return. The first field is adding type. First field is type, the type I have to use, and then the message. Yeah, the first is type and then the message. Based on our requirement, we can use the details which we required. Okay, I'm selecting only two fields. Based on your requirement, you can select multiple fields. Now here it is message. Okay, save, check and activate. Fine. So what we have done, first we have filled all the structure. Okay, respective structure we have filled. Then we call the BAPI. In case of success error, we will get detail in GS underscore error that I am passing to output. Okay, as of now I am not doing anything in case of error. We are just checking the details. Now set a breakpoint here. Okay, and I will upload the same file which I shown earlier. Okay, here check the data, go to desktop 3, see here we have GS data. Okay, 60 number, industry sector A, ROH, you can see basic view, purchasing view, storage location view, and the accounting view is created, is passing. The client data. Okay, material group 01, base unit of measure. So like this, all the details are getting passed. Check the material description here. Here you can see the material description is also getting passed, register 1K. Now what I will do, okay, BAPI transaction commit also I have to call if it is success. Let me first execute this. Now if I press F6, see the GS return. See error, key fields for plant data and checkbox structure. Okay, some error is there. Plant data and plant data X, some key fields are missing. So I have to check that. Okay, so let me go here. This is the plant data. So let me check what I have passed and what I forgot to pass here. In the plant data 0002 I am passing here. Okay, and let me check plant data X. What is the error here? This is how we can debug and check the error messages as well. Plant data X. Okay, so I will cross check with the BAPI what data is missing, or to check the complete details, complete error message, we can also enable these messages, because here we are getting only single field, right? Message 360, key fields for use data, plant data and checkbox structure plant data are different. Okay, it is showing different. So let me check again where it is getting wrong. Here it is plant, storage location, this is plant. Okay, plant data X. I have to check where it is getting wrong. It is showing like the X is different what we are passing in the plant data. Here we can see only single X and remaining all are blank. Okay, and in the plant what I am passing here 0002 I am passing only here and no other details. Okay, fine. So what I will do, I will just come out of this. For Now for all it will give the error. Okay, because every time it is giving the plant data and checkbox structure is different, so I have to check this. But till now what we have done the complete coding. We are passing the data to structure. Okay, now we have to analyze and we have to solve this error. Okay, as of now we are done with the details of mapping in calling the BAPI, and I will also enable this return messages so that we can check all the details. Fine. So let me add data declaration for these return messages, and I will cross check again in the debugging mode. Right. So the problem here is, like in the plant data, it is not X. You have to pass the actual plant. If you see here, okay, so I made some mistake that I will correct. So in the plant data, even in the X structure, we have to pass the plant ID. Same for the storage location and the valuation area. Whenever it is plant, we have to pass the actual value instead of X. Okay, so here I will correct that. GS underscore plant GS underscore itab hyphen plant. Okay, same for here storage location. Plant and storage location we have to pass actual value instead of as X. Okay, plant, and now I am pass the storage location. And same for the valuation area. If you see here, valuation area also, which is at the plant level in my scenario. So here also I have to pass the plant ID instead of X. Okay, so the valuation area here, GS underscore itab valuation area. Okay, save, check and activate. Now, as I said, I will also open one more table, that is return messages. Okay, so what I will do, I will declare one table. In case if you want to see the detail of the messages, you can use this return table. This one, that is return messages. So this will give some more detail of actual error. Fine. So here I will add GT underscore return messages like standard table of with header line. Okay, and before this we'll also clear that table GT underscore return messages body, because this is a table. Fine. And here I will open that GT underscore return messages, so that if you want to check the detailed messages, we can see here. Fine. So let me, okay, and also what we'll do, see if this is S, okay, if GS underscore return type equal to S, then we'll call BAPI transaction commit, else BAPI rollback. BAPI underscore transaction underscore commit. Okay. Else we can call BAPI rollback. So this will clear the buffer. In case of failure, this will clear the buffer. Let me search BAPI underscore transaction underscore rollback. Fine. In case of failure, this will clear the buffer. So what changes I have done here? Here instead of X, I am passing the actual plant ID. Similarly for the storage location view and the valuation area view. Again, I will set the breakpoint. Okay. Again here I will set a breakpoint and upload the same file. Check the plant data this time. Plant X. See, here we have 0002 this time. Okay, now if I press F6, see, this time it is success. Okay, see the message. Material number 18 has been created, because this is a random number system is giving, not the second one. Okay, see the message 26. The internal number based on the configuration and the buffer the system will automatically assign. See, all success like 18, 26 and 30 are created. Register 1K, 2K, 3K. Let me cross check. Go to MM03. Material number 18. See, here we can see register 1K. Each go to basic data 2 and the important accounting 1. Okay, here we can see the 3 rupees. Okay, same for second was 26. The number, don't go on this number because this is based on the configuration. The number will come automatically. For 2K it is 10 and my last material was 30K, 3K. Okay, so here also we can see the 25. So whatever data we have passed, that all detail we can see here. See the storage location also. Okay, so in this way we are successfully able to create the material using BAPI underscore material underscore save data. Fine, and we also found in the debugging mode in case of error how we get the error messages. Okay, so based on that, here it is like an CL demo output, but you can put in the details in the ALV so that you can filter out based on the message type. Fine, so in this way we have done our end-to-end programming of creating material using BAPI, that is BAPI underscore material underscore save data, and we will learn how to define the internal table, how to define different structures, how to upload the file from file to internal table, and then pass especially how to get the internal number. Okay, and then passing to the BAPI and getting the output. We have not done any kind of validation. Based on our requirement, as this is a ABAP program, you can add any kind of validation to validate the data. And once all validation done, then you can call the BAPI to create the material. Fine. So in this way, we're done with this session. Thank you.